I always find it hard to describe the sound, you know. It's like, you always feel like a bit of a prat trying to, but the nicest way I can think to describe it is just to say it's like a tip of the hat, you know. It's like that's an English phrase, like kind of bowing to all the music I really like, you know, and have always enjoyed. So it's kind of me trying my hand at it and being like, you're really good at it, so I'm gonna have a go, but it will never be as good as the stuff I've listened to, but you know, it's your take on what you're listening to. You've got a lot of great friends, you know, who I go out with a lot and listen to their stories, and I have stories that myself that I've, you know, of occasions that I've been out with them. And you know, living in London can be quite chaotic once it gets past about 6 in the afternoon. It can all go a bit funny and a bit things happen that wouldn't normally happen, and people argue and all this kind of stuff, and it's very much about that. I used to go home a lot after going out and write things, you know. So it's about sometimes depends on the day.
Scrolling.
Yeah, but you know, it's all about my friends and me and just having fun, really. I never wrote records for anyone else apart from me and my friends, and now people are listening to it. It's fantastic, but I'm not going to start writing music for the world. I'm not in U2, you know.
Yeah, but it's but I mean, I think that this sound, or your music is very much reflective of London. I mean, it wouldn't probably be the same if had you grown up
somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're a kind of, what's the phrase? Like, your surroundings become you, I suppose, and they become a part of your character because you grow up there. It's weird. Like, I was in Berlin about a month ago and walked into a bar, and first of all, there wasn't a bouncer on the door, which I was surprised enough about. Secondly, when I walked in the door, everyone had put their coats and their handbags up on the hooks. You would never do that in London. They'd just get robbed straight away. Not because it's like, you know, more gritty in London, just because people in London are opportunist thieves, you know, just in their society kind of, oh, grab that, if no one sees it, it's mine, you know. And there's a very much kind of thing about London, you know, that's kind of weird. It's a strange place, you know. It's filled by so much diversity, but everyone always walks around and no one talks to each other on the tube. When you're on the tube, when you're travelling down an escalator, you stand on the right hand side. If you don't, someone's going to shout at you because you'll be in the way. Get out of the way. You know, it's I love all that. So but I'm not saying it's any better than any other place, though. It just happens to be the place I, you know, go out a lot and grow up in. So yeah. I love it and I hate it, you know. Yeah, I've stopped recording in there now because it all got a little bit everything everywhere, and I couldn't ever find a microphone anywhere. Yeah, that got annoying, but it's still there.
But it is a reflection of the state.
Yeah, well, I've always been a bit of a hoarder. I never throw anything away. I've got train tickets, like, I can't, so, because they all have memories for me, and I'm such a forgetful fucker that I need to have things that remind me. So that room's kind of a reflection of having to always keep everything because it's always got a memory. And the motivation was because I was going out to a lot of club nights and getting really pissed off with them because, you know, me and my friends, we're normal people. We like music and we're music lovers, but we don't get into music because it's fashionable, and we don't go out to clubs to stand there and look cool. And I got really fucked off sitting in clubs full of people who were watching bands like this and going to their mate, are we meant to like this? Is this cool? Just shut up, have a listen. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's cool, whatever. And stop. Why are you all dressed exactly the same? Just get your, you know. And so I kind of thought, look, I want somewhere to go and hang out with my friends and listen to music and have fun, rather than a place full of twats who decide they're not allowed to like a certain type of music. And so the whole club night was based upon not being pretentious and having fun for once, rather than being part of some scene or whatever. So, and it's worked out, you know. It's an excuse for me just to chat with all my friends and have a drink with my mates, and everyone who comes down is cool, you know. We put on different acts every night, and like from acoustic acts to DJs to bands, you know, and what, you know, people turn up with the knowledge that they don't know what they're going to see, you know. They're not expecting anything in particular, you know, so people seem to always enjoy it, you know. We always have a good time. I mean, the thing is, I don't want to be corrupted by anything. I enjoy my life as it is, and I certainly didn't get into this to become something else. You know, a lot of people seem to get into like music and want to be this big thing because they're insecure about things, and they want to be loved or adored or whatever. Personally, I think it's great people listening to the music, and I love that. But the side that I feel most kind of like happy about is I've now got all my friends with me, and we're all playing a gig tonight. These are all my best friends, so I just get to hang around with them everywhere, and we have a laugh. It's wicked. So I didn't do this to get famous. I did this to have fun, and play good gigs where people were actually listening to it, And if that's taking my feet off the ground because I want to have fun, then I don't know what's your feet being on the ground. I'm not going to change myself, because suddenly people are listening. I still remember playing gigs for years where there were 4 people there, and 2 of them, didn't give a shit, and the other 2 were your mates going, "Oh mate,
last question. What do you spend too much money on?
Booze.
Okay.
Booze. I spend too much money on booze, and I spend too much money on DVDs. I spend too much money on CDs, and cigarettes, and my friends. Fuckers. Do I look like I look in the mirror a lot? I don't think I'm very vain, but you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain, vain. Apparently that song's about Mick Jagger. Is that true? I heard that somewhere. Yeah, but he's probably going around going, yeah, it's about me. Yeah, to be honest. Nick.
Yeah, because he's vain, yeah.
Yeah, because he's vain.